All right, welcome to Coffee with Markus. This is episode 138, and today I want to show you 3 ways that I use to boost my productivity in my trading day. And I'll also show you the tools and the strategies that I'm using. So, this will be a fun show. Are you ready? Then let's get started. This show is about real money and real trades. I'll show you the trading strategies that I personally trade, the tools that I use to trade my own accounts, and we will talk about the right mindset of a trader. Now, talking about mindset, I'm going to show you how to create SRC profits. And SRC stands for systematic, repeatable, and consistent, because that is the key to long-term success in the markets. So, if you are sick of all the hype and empty promises, and you want to learn trading strategies that actually work, then click on like right now and let's get started. All right, here we go. So you see, I've been trading for a long time, and over the years I've learned different ways to make the most out of my time. And today in this show, I want to talk about 3 ways that I use to boost productivity in my trading day. And so just to give you a quick summary, here are the 3 ways. Number 1 is using a powerful tool to quickly scan for long and short trading ideas when I'm trading stocks or options. Then also, number 2, using my wheel income calculator to find attractive premium collecting ideas. And number 3 is having a trading plan and following that plan. Okay, so over the next few minutes, I'm going to break each one of these down, explain what they are, and I'll explain you how they help me streamline my trading, because this gives me more time to focus on the other things I'm interested in, like in my business and real estate, because you see, I don't like being glued to the screen. This is what happened to me in the beginning of my trading career. In the beginning of my trading career, I didn't know how to streamline my day, and I was glued to the screen. I was watching it for hours and hours. And this is when I realized that trading is just another job, right? I mean, it's almost a 9-to-5 job when you're living on the East Coast and you're considering the trading times, right, from 9:30 to 4:30. And I didn't want to have this, because part of being a trader is being able to enjoy free time. So this is what I want to show you today, how exactly I did it. That right now, I want to say I maybe spend at maximum an hour a day of trading. And this leaves me plenty of hours every day to make sure that I can pursue whatever I want to do. Traveling, my business, being with you here on YouTube, real estate investing, and yes, I am selling one of my apartment complexes right now, but hey, anyhow, that's a completely different story. So let me just share my screen, and let's first talk about the 3 pillars of trading, because this is super important. I did not understand those in the beginning of my trading career, and this is why I wasted a lot of time and also money. And you see, as I'm getting older, I'm now 51 years old, time is really, really precious to me. Anyhow, so there are 3 pillars to trading. And first, you need to have a trading strategy. And you see, this is one of the failures, or one of the problems that I had in the beginning of my trading career. I didn't have a trading strategy. I was jumping from one trade to another, and I just bought what some of the talking heads on TV recommended, right? So this obviously doesn't work. So we'll talk about a trading strategy. Then you need to have the right tools, and these right tools can be time savers and lifesavers for me. And of course, you need to have the right mindset. So these are the 3 pillars of trading. Now, see, let's talk about trading strategy first. So for me personally, if you have been following me for a while, you already know this. I trade 2 different trading strategies. I am trading the PowerX Strategy, and I am trading the wheel strategy. And if you're new to this channel and don't know anything about these trading strategies yet, I'll leave a link in the description where you can click on playlists that explain these strategies in detail. By the way, if this is your first time here on the channel, say hi, leave a comment, and just say hi so that I know that you're new and watching first time. Anyhow, so regarding the right tools, this is super important, and I didn't find the right tools. I mean, I've used a lot of tools over the years, and at some point I decided to develop my own software tools to help me trade these two strategies that we have here in the most efficient way. And so for me, the right tool is the PowerX Optimizer. And we'll talk about this here in a moment, just so that you know what I do and why I do this, because this PowerX Optimizer shows me exactly the 3 things that a good trading strategy should show me. And this is number 1, when to enter, number 2, when to exit, and of course, when to trade. And then I have also my will income calculator that tells me which option strike has the best risk reward. You see, and if I didn't have this trading software, it would be really challenging, and I'll show you what exactly I mean by this. I'll show you a very specific example. You know what? Actually, let's do this right now. Let's take a closer look at these software programs that I'm using here, and we start with PowerX Optimizer. So I want to share my screen here with you so that you see this tool and why I am using it. Now, first of all, yes, a charting software. A charting software is easy, right? I mean, you could use TradingView as a charting software. This TradingView that you see here, it's not really a big deal. But I want to show you why it was so important for me to develop my own software tool. So first of all, you know that when trading, I like to look at 3 indicators. And this here, again, right now is TradingView. And here are the 3 indicators. It is the RSI, it is stochastics, and it is MACD. By the way, if you would like to know how to set up your TradingView, I'll link to a video here in the description. But you see, this is where it gets a little bit tricky, because these indicators tell you whether it is more likely for a stock to go up or more likely for a stock to go down. And this is where, as you can see, I'm coloring the bars in green when it is more likely for a stock to go up, and I'm coloring them in red when it is more likely for a stock to go down, as you can see here. Now, at first, the PowerX Optimizer software, I programmed for myself, my head coach Mark, and my son, because he's really interested in trading. And a few years ago, we made it available to everybody. And here is why I had the software programmed here. Because, you see, the important thing is, it's very easy on TradingView to see whether a stock is more likely to go up, down, or sideways. But you see, I wanted to have more out of this, because I wanted to make sure that I see all the stocks right now that are more likely to go up, down, or sideways. And I just want to show it to you. So based strictly on these criteria, this is where we will get a long list, as you can see here. So for example, AAL today has a green bar. So American Airlines, if you're just zooming in here, as you can see, right now it is more likely for American Airlines to go up than it is to go down. However, this does not make it a perfect candidate for the strategy that I would like to trade, because one of the criteria is for this strategy, I want to see, let me just bring it up here. There we go. So as an example, I want to see at least a 60% return on my investment per year. And you see, I also want to just trade stocks that are trading between let me zoom in a little bit so that you can see it, between $5 and $250, right? And I want a profit factor higher than 3 and a risk reward ratio higher than 2. These are the criteria that I use for trading the strategy. Now, your criteria might be different, but here is the deal. And this is why it was important to me to really become efficient here. So how do I do this? If I'm running this scanner, you see right now this list of stocks that we have available that issue a buy or sell signal right now, it is long. It goes on and on and on and on. Do you see how much I'm scrolling down here? So I wanted to make sure that I only find the stock that are meeting my criteria. And so instead of looking at hundreds of stocks, which I did in the beginning of my trading career, right? So in the beginning, I had a charting software like TradingView, and this is where I just went through a bunch of stocks every day and see, do they have a buying criteria? Do they have a sell criteria? And this is when I said, there must be an easier way. So this is where here PowerX Optimizer, as you can see here at the bottom, gives me just the, what is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stocks that meet my criteria for today. Well, that definitely beats going through a list here, right? Because I don't want to just stumble across a stock or trade the stocks that everyone on TV is talking about, because I told you the important thing is to have a trading criteria. Now, when I look at these stocks, so here's the beautiful thing. If, for example, we look at DCP, you will see, let me go back here. There we go. Okay, you will see that it meets my criteria, because this is what the software does. And this was a problem in the beginning. The software actually shows me exactly, okay, not only what to do, when exactly to enter, where is my profit target and my stop loss, but it also tells me how many shares I should trade. And here is the most important thing for me. It shows me the past performance of the last year. Now, what does this mean, and why is this useful or not, right? So past performance is that if I had traded this particular stock according to the rules of the PowerX Strategy, which I have described in this book, and again, they're here on the channel, so you can look at this. This is where I see, oh, okay, if I had traded it over the past year, I would have had 7 wins, 8 losses, so a winning percentage of slightly less than 50%. But I'm making $743 on every winning trade. Let's remove this, hard to see here, right? There we go. But I only lose $209 on each losing trade. And you see, this for me helps me to make better decisions. And this is why it is so important to me. Now, I also use here some additional criteria like gappiness. So I want to make sure that the stock does not show a lot of gaps. I want to see trendability, very nice trendability here. And I want to see that the P&L chart that you see here at the bottom of the screen is nicely going up. By the way, if you want more details on this, I have a video and I put it on a website called mytradingroutine.com. So go to mytradingroutine.com, and this is where you can see everything in detail here. But you see, what I wanted to show you, every day this scanner produces a list of stocks that I potentially want to trade in less than time than it takes to make a cup of coffee. Now, talk about a time saver here, right? So this is why, instead of spending hours and hours sifting through charts and doing the math, calculating all this, I'm able to find a handful of stocks to look through every day in just a few minutes. And this frees up my time to focus on other things. So again, if you're interested in learning more about this, I'll leave a link in the description. There's a website that I set up for you, mytradingroutine.com, that shows you how to do this. Now, I told you that I'm actually trading 2 different strategies. So right now I've just talked about the first strategy, which is the PowerX strategy. Let me actually use a different color here. Shall we use purple? Why not, right? So the second trading strategy that I like to use is the options wheel. And this trading strategy is working like gangbusters right now. If you have been following me here on this channel, you know that a few weeks ago, I started trading a $250,000 account. And thus far, I'm up already more than $40,000 in less than 2 months. I believe it is 7 weeks. Anyhow, so with the options wheel strategy, the idea is to get paid to wait until you buy the stock. So I'm looking to sell a put and collect premium, and I want to pick a strike that coincides with a level that I would feel comfortable buying the stock. And I'll show you some examples here in just a moment. So ultimately, the idea is that I want to get assigned, and then I'll look to potentially sell calls on the stock. So the question is, how do I find this? And this is the question that I get all the time, where people say, how do you find these stocks? How do you find stocks where you can make $40,000 in a matter of a few weeks? And hey, important disclaimer, I'm not saying that when you have the right tool that you will make money. In fact, I will do a dedicated video here on the right mindset, because trust me, I have a very specific example that I want to show you where 2 traders have the exact same strategy, have the exact same tool, but generate completely different results. One trader is losing money, the other trader is winning money. How is that? How is that if they have the exact same strategy and the exact same tool? So we will talk about this. But anyhow, so this is why I wanted to do the disclaimer. Just because I'm making money does not mean that you will make money, right? I mean, you need to have the right mindset. And of course, like with every tool, you need to invest the time to learn that tool. Anyhow, So the question is, how do I find the best stocks here? So I showed you how to do this for the PowerX strategy. Now for the wheel strategy, I have a different tab here where I go to the wheel calculator. And first of all, what you will see here that, let me just show you. Right down here, here we go. This is where the wheel scanner shows me the best stocks right now for the wheel candidate. Now, again, I need to make sure that I am buying them at a level that I'm comfortable with. But let me show you, for example, let's just go to, let's say LL, Lumber Liquidator. So Lumber Liquidator, as you can see, if here right now, let me just show it to you. So I'm zooming in a little bit. Right now, Lumber Liquidator is trading at 25.27. I can sell a put at 22, right? And I'll show you on the chart what that means. With an expiration date of March 5th, this means that the stock can drop 13%. And I'm still okay. So if the stock goes up, I'm okay. If the stock goes down, I'm okay. As long as it is not more than 13%. And it shows me days to expiration. So let's just plug this into the calculator here. So all I can do right now very easily is I click on Add to Calculator. And when I do this, you will see right now, it is being added here in this column. And it means that based on my account size, which is a $500,000 account, if I traded this, the premium collected on this one would be $2,700. You see it right here. So $2,700, and this would be for, how many days did we have to expiration? For 9 days to expiration. So this means that I can make $270 per day. So what we need to do right now is that we go to Lumber Liquidator and see if we do like this strike price here of 22. So we go to Lumber Liquidator and we see, here you see I recently traded this with a strike price of 26.50. So let's change this here to actually, where is my pencil? There it is. Okay, let me just see. So we're changing this to 22. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. And by the way, in the latest version of the PowerX Optimizer that is being released very, very shortly, you don't even have to do this. So take a look at this. So what do you think of a strike price of 22? And I know right now it says that earnings are coming up in a couple of days. I would have to double check if this is in fact true, that earnings are being released in 6 days. If so, I wouldn't enter into the trade. But overall, let's say if earnings are not being released, it would be quite good, right? I mean, what do you think about this trade? Would you be okay collecting $2,700? And again, let me just show you. The idea is, if Lumber Liquidator stays above the strike price of 22, based on my account, I can collect $2,700 in 9 days. I think this is what it was, right? So which is what, $300 per day? I mean, not bad at all. So this is where the tool helps me tremendously, because not only here do I see which stocks make sense, but here this is where the calculator is super important to show me, okay, does it make sense based on my account size to trade it? And this is where I see the nice coloring, and it is perfect. Now, I've set the buying power to 500,000. We could change this. So if you have a smaller account, and let's say you have a $20,000 account, and use it as a margin account so that you have $40,000 in buying power. So in this case here on Lumber Liquidator, instead of for me trading I don't know, 20, 30 options, you would be able to trade 4 options. So let me just show this to you. This is where right here, the number of options to trade shows you exactly, 4 options for Lumber Liquidator. And you see, this is where, instead of doing all these calculations manually, because you know me, you have seen me doing math here on Coffee with Markus in these videos, I need to use my handy dandy calculator. I need to use a tool. I can't do simple math. But you see, this is where the cool thing is. You just fill in the fields and then everything is automatically calculated for me. And this is why I love these tools. Can you see how these tools make your life easier? They have made my life so much easier because I'm not just picking a trade based on a gut feeling. Instead, I'm trading with a systematic approach that's based on data. Because remember, I like to trade for SRC profits. And if you haven't seen my video on SRC profits, or what it means is profits that are systematic, repeatable, and consistent, I'll include a link below in the description. Now, before we move on here and talk not only about the tool, but about my trading plan, let me just ask you, is this making sense thus far? Is this helpful at all so that you see what I do in my day and why I am using these tools? And yes, there is an investment in these tools, but trust me, I mean, at my age, 51 years old, I mean, I'll be happy to invest a few dollars to have time available to do what I do. Anyhow, if this is helpful, do me a favor and click on like right now. Don't type yes in the comments. The best way to do this is click on like right now, because this way I know that you're enjoying this video and I will do more of these. Okay, but let's move on and let's right now talk about a trading plan. And this is super important here because you must, I feel that you should have a trading plan. So let's talk about what this trading plan is, what it does for you, and why you should have it. So there we go. I'm just formatting it. And you see, I believe that having a trading plan is the key to also having the right mindset to trades. And there are 3 key parts of a trading plan. And this is number 1. There we go. Okay. What to trade. And you see, these are where these powerful scanners that I use help me tremendously, right? So because that is the key question. What should you trade? The next question is when to enter. And then third question is when to exit. And when exiting, we have 2 ways to exit. We either exit with a profit, yay, or sometimes we have to exit with a loss because losses are part of our trading. And you see, the important thing is I know what to trade, when to enter, and when to exit every single day. There's no second guessing. And in the beginning of my trading career, this is what held me back, because I was wondering, should I really take this trade? Is this a good trade or not? Should I wait for another trade, right? Has this ever happened to you that you're staring at the charts and you're wondering, is this a good trade or not? So this is where, for me, it is important to take the guesswork out of trading, because this helps me to keep emotions like fear and greed under control. Making sense? And this is also where those limit and stop loss orders come in handy, because limit orders allow you to tell your broker the price you want to get filled. And if you get that price, you move on. And same with stop loss orders. So you can set it. You can basically put your trade on autopilot, right? So this way you don't have to babysit it all day. And this is beautiful for me because it allows me, and probably you also, not to be tied to your computer watching every tick that the stock makes. And it opens your day to allow you to focus on other things. And I cannot stress enough how important it is to be prepared when you're trading and to have a plan before you enter any position. By the way, if you would like to have a copy of my personal trading plan, I'll include a link to my plan in the description below. Nicole, let's make sure, or Martin, that we are including it below. So as you can see, by defining my strategies, this is important. It all starts here, right, with the right strategy. This is where I develop tools that help me to quickly find and efficient the trades according to my strategy. And this then helps me to stick to my plan, and with this, the right mindset, right? Because after all, this is why I have a mug. And you see the mug when I'm holding it, yeah, I see every time, follow your plan. Anyhow, has this been helpful at all? Because if it is, do me a favor and click on like, leave a comment below, let me know if this helped. Click on like and feel free to share this video with anybody who you think might find this helpful. All right, But now I want to also take the time to look at your comments, because your comments are awesome and I appreciate you being here. And I just want to go to the comments here. So give me a moment to catch up here. And so Luna is talking about GME on the rise again. You see, this is actually very, very interesting. Let's talk about this for a moment, because these are the... what are they called? The Reddit stocks. And I want to bring them up here on my desktop. And yeah, so today GME has been jumping up. Look at this, more than 100%. These are crazy. These are not SRC profits. You see, for me, it is more systematically to find the stocks that I can trade every day. Because trust me, I've been following this Reddit forum for a little bit, and a lot of people have lost a lot of money. And that's not good, right? Rule number one, as Warren Buffett says, rule number one in trading, don't lose money. Rule number two, see rule number one. Anyhow, this dude is kind of smart. He's right. Okay. Daniel, so good to see you here. Thanks for all the insight. In the wheel strategy, is there any specific situation where you prefer to buy back your sold puts if you're not assigned? Yes, I'm buying them back at 90% of my profits. So if I can sell a put on Monday and on Tuesday buy it back for 90% of the max profit, I'll do that, right? Because then I am making more money in one day than I would make over the next 4 days. So this makes a lot of sense here. Anyhow, so Keith says, my favorite strategy of late is hand sitting, and it has been working pretty good. Yeah, looking at these crazy markets, I mean, today markets are moving slightly up again, but here we see the NASDAQ, right? I mean, overall in January and February, it has been extremely choppy. I think we talked about it the other day. So this is here, the beginning of February. So as you can see, thus far, what have we done in February? Pretty much nothing. Oops. Yeah, you get the idea. There we go. Right? I mean, we're up for the months. Actually, we're down for the months 1.37% in the NASDAQ. So not a whole lot going on. So Keith, yeah, sitting on hands is not necessarily a bad idea. Okay. Good, good, good. So Matthew says, in a previous video, you mentioned setting your TradingView stock screener for a change of -2%. What are you looking for with these stocks? Well, you see, especially when you're selling premium, you want to catch stocks that are on the down move, because then premiums are higher. That's probably what I meant with this. I've been doing, more than 700 videos? I think I remember what you're referring to, not 100% sure. Okay, good, good, good. Peter, so good to see you here. I think we have been in touch before. I know. Okay, Kai, I think you're new to this channel, are you? Love your content? Perfect. Still learning before jumping in. Super smart idea. Super smart idea. Okay. Good, good, good. So, let's see. What other questions do we have? Anne says, wonderful here in Florida. I was in Florida last week. It is beautiful. Okay. So, Vladan says, account size $20,000. If I go with 4 stocks at 5K, is the risk considered 2% each in PowerX? 2% of your account size. So if you have a $20,000 account, I would risk $400 for each stock. Making sense? Okay. There's Daniel, first time in the live. So good to see you. Hope that you're enjoying it here. And also Koi seems first time watching live. Went through a ton of videos. Hope that you're getting lots of value out of this here. Okay, so let's see. Let's go to some trading related questions here. So that I can help you with these. And Marcy is asking, when is the amazing wheel trading strategy book being released? You mean this one? Nicole, help me out. I believe that we got a date from the publisher today, and it is April 9th. Is that correct? I believe we got it today. So over the next few days, I'll probably set up a website where you can leave your name and email address if you would like to know when exactly that is. So I'll set it up, or I'll ask my team to set it up over the next few days, and then I'll let you know where to go so that you are informed and first in line. Because in the first run, we only, and I really say only, printed 3,000 copies of this, and then it takes another 8 weeks. So I want to make sure that you get a copy right away. I'll have a link for you in the next Coffee with Markus or the one thereafter. Okay. Twin Screw says, trade my first wheel on AAL 2 weeks ago. Also did Uber. Why the frowny face? I traded Uber, made money. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Okay. Good. Ali's asking, when are you going to trade the PowerX strategy in the big account? When do you find the clear trend? No, when you find the clear trend, the opportunity is gone. No, I wouldn't say so. I mean, right now it's pretty obvious. I mean, just look at the chart. I mean, this is a very simple chart reading where you see that if you just zoom in, what happened here this year. So let's see, what date is this? This is January 6th. So we can actually go to January 1st. There we go. So right now, all you see here is January 1st. What do you see? You just see a bunch of crap. Excuse me, but that's what it is, right? I mean, it'll be a little bit up, sideways, a little jump up, and immediately going right back down. Then grinding higher, and boom. Yeah, so these are market conditions that are perfect for the wheel. So Ali, I think I mentioned it here before, my kids are sailors. You can't change the wind. You can't change the wind, but you can adjust your sails. When you see something like this, you can't change the market. This is what we have had thus far this year. It's a bunch of baloney, right? I mean, but for the wheel strategy, it's perfect. So make sure that you trade the strategy that works best for the market conditions. All right. Good. J.R. Ewing says, what is scalping? Scalping means that you're trying to get in and out for just a few cents. I don't like this. I tried to do it. I did it many, many years ago, and I'm getting too old for this. And there's also people who are much, much faster. Anyhow, good. Caleb, so good to see you. Topic is perfect timing for me. I've been watching screens all day. Don't, right? I mean, find a way to make an efficient use of your time, because as a trader, why do we trade, right? So that we can enjoy a lifestyle. And a lifestyle is not sitting in front of the screen all day and looking through your window and seeing all the beautiful weather outside, right? If there is beautiful weather wherever you are here. Okay. Good. So, Butch is asking a very similar question to Ali. When are we going to get back to the PowerX strategy for us that don't have enough money for the wheel? If the market is not ready for us, let us know. It is not. Yeah, I just talked about it. It just is not. So, will the market change? Yes. When will it change? Who knows? As you know, my favorite mug here is trade what you see, not what you think. Do you think the market will go higher right now? Right now, I just see that there's a lot of volatility and that there's not a whole lot going on. So if you don't have right now enough money for the wheel, I recommend that you have $20,000. Maybe use this time right now to see, is there a way that you can maybe save some more money? And I know it sucks. It's probably not what you want to hear, right? What most traders want to hear, that I say, hey, you know what? You can start with $500 and you'll turn it into $1 million in 8 weeks if you're just following this plan. And it just doesn't work this way. So right now, I mean, we cannot go out. So hopefully this saves you a lot of money in terms of going out to restaurants, bars, going out for eating, right? So try to save up because, yeah, the markets, I wish I could tell you that you can start with $500. And realistically, you can. You'll lose most of your money when you do this. Unless you're YOLOing it, you only live once, and everything on black or on red, right? Anyhow, good. Timothy says, I would like to start trading with some consistency. I'm new to trading, but I'm losing. If I try PowerX Optimizer, do you think things will change? Well, let me be absolutely clear here, right? PowerX Optimizer is a tool, and the right tool is part of this. But it won't solve all of your problems, right? You must have a trading strategy, and you must have the discipline to follow the strategy. If you're getting greedy, you're getting slaughtered in the market. If you're too fearful, right? So here's what it did to me, because since you asked, it helped me to have more certainty. Because I was constantly second-guessing myself. Has this ever happened to you, that you're second-guessing yourself? When should I enter? What should I trade? When should I exit? I mean, these were the 3 key questions that, for me, were actually paralyzing me in the beginning of my trading career, because I didn't know the answers. And this is when I stayed in trades too long. Or, so I didn't cut my losses. Or I saw a trade going up and then going down again, very similar to what we saw here in GME, right? So I like to use profit targets. So, Timothy, Will it solve all your problems? No. Will it help you? Yes, I believe so. Talk to Paul or my team. I'll leave a link in the description. Paul will be happy to give you a tour and show what the software can do, and then you can decide whether this makes sense for you or not. The tour is absolutely free. I'll leave a link in the description here. Good. So, settlers desks. Okay, anyhow, you get the idea. If you could only day trade TQQQ or SQQQ, what strategy would you use for maximum daily gains? I don't day trade anymore. I used to day trade, so I cannot give you an answer because I told you in the beginning, this channel is about real money, real trades. I will not give you anything hypothetical. I'll show you what I do, and I hope that this helps you. I am not day trading TQQQ or SQQQ. I think that this... I actually did a video on this. Take a look at the video. I'll link to it in the description. It's day trading versus swing trading. What is better, right? And I'll tell you my opinion and why that is. Now, Michael says, I don't think he is live. Well, Michael, I am going to prove you wrong because right now it is... what is today? February 24th. And right now in my time zone, it is 3:05 and I'm in Central Time. Boom! There we go. Okay, good. So Nuno says, Thomas would prefer to use iBooks, but Kindle is better than nothing. Yeah, I mean, at this point, we don't have any of the books on iBooks. It is Kindle right now. Anyhow, so Kenneth said, if I have not had success with PowerX Optimizer, Kenneth, are you in our community? Are you in Mighty Networks? I mean, really, be there. There's tons of other traders who have great success with PowerX Optimizer, and they are super helpful. I'm in this community, other traders are there, they'll be happy to help you. You see, this is where I recently, that's why I said, see, the right mindset is so important. Yes, you can have this tool. And somebody asked earlier, I think Timothy, asked, okay, will it solve all my problems if I buy the tool? Here's the perfect example. No, because apparently it doesn't solve all of Kenneth's problems here. So you must make sure that you understand the strategy. Also must make sure that you understand how to use the tool. Who here is using Gmail, by the way? Anybody using Gmail and the Gmail suite? You know what? I recently bought a course that shows me how to use this Google Drive, Google Calendar, and Gmail more efficiently. And I was blown away. I didn't know all these features. And if you're a casual user, so you see, even though the tools are easy to use, you still need to find the time to learn it. So Kenneth, contact us. Let me know how we can help you. I'm here to help you. This is why I'm on this channel. This is why we are in the community. So we will definitely help you here. Anyhow, Clint, good to see you. Odie, love the wheels. Maximalist Trader says, just a sales pitch. You're out. Oh, really? You didn't get any other value from this? Sorry. But again, everybody is different. No worries. Hope that you have a great rest of your day. Okay. Good. And Omar says, yeah, PowerX strategy versus the wheel strategy are two different methods. Yes. So just to be absolutely clear, let's write this down. You see it here. So we have PowerX Optimizer. PowerX Optimizer is the tool. Let me see. Where is my highlighter? Here's my highlighter. And then we have two strategies, and the tool supports both strategies. What color could we use for this? Maybe green? There we go. Okay, so it's getting more colorful here, but you get the idea. So the PowerX Optimizer supports two strategies, and these are the strategies that I'm trading. Okay, good. So Joe says, would be nice to show somewhere in the wheel the next earning state. And yes, that is coming. We are really working with high pressure on version 2.0. And the reason, usually we release a new version and additional features every 2 weeks. And we haven't released anything in the past 2 months for a very simple reason. We are working on a brand new, super exciting, super powerful version. And if you currently own PowerX Optimizer, you will get the latest version absolutely free. You made a commitment to us, to PowerX Optimizer, so I'm making a commitment for you. If you invested in PowerX Optimizer, I will give you the latest version for free. And you know, not many companies do that, right? They always charge you for an upgrade. And Joe, stay tuned. Okay, good. So Lubomir says, I've heard brokers can change the margin requirements for certain stocks when they feel like it. Is that true? Yes, it is. It is kind of scary. It's more for options trading. I will talk more about this probably next week in a coffee with Markus, because it's a very, very good topic, Lubomir. Recently, as you know, there has been a lot of talk of what brokers can do and cannot do. Like Robinhood, as you know, Robinhood restricted trading, right? I mean, are you kidding me? Other brokers did this as well. Then they raised the margin requirement with very little notice, and suddenly you might have gotten a margin call, right? So so this is where I will show you some cool stuff next week here with this. Okay. Good. And yeah, Joe says, I'm in Schwab and that happened to me recently. Please stay tuned. I am working on something amazing for you. I've been working on this for the past 2 weeks, ever since I saw this Robinhood disaster. And you know, if you've been watching me on this channel, you know that I was very, very upset about this. Not for myself, because the broker that I've been using only limited trading for a few hours. But yeah, Robinhood for many, many days. So I've been working on a secret project, and I will tell you more about this very, very soon, probably as early as next week. Okay, Betty says, I'm late. I thought it was Thursday. No, we are live on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 3:30 Central Times. And good. So Helena says, mental block as far as math is concerned. Yeah, you see, for me, it helps to have a calculator. It just helps. Okay. So Heath says, for having smaller accounts like 25,000, the premiums are very low. So it doesn't seem to make sense to trade for premium that's $50 to tie up my buying power for 9 days. You see, Heath, here's the deal. This is where, let me go back to showing you here. So as an example, so if you have a smaller account, and I want to just show this because it's a great question, right? The most important thing for me is, first of all, the premium per day. How much money can I make per day? And here on a rather small account, I make only $24 a day. And no, that doesn't sound exciting, but annualized, look at this. Annualized, it would be 100%. And this is the deal. So don't really look at, oh, I'm making only $50, because how quickly do you make the $50? Are you making it in 2 days, in 3 days? Then it is pretty good. So here in this particular example, let me just see if I can clear all the comments. So here we collect on this LL stock right here, we would collect $240. And again, this is a $40,000 buying power, and $40,000 buying power means 20K in cash. So if you have $20,000 in cash, you get with your brokers, if you open a margin account, $40,000 in buying power. So $240, and doesn't sound too exciting, but it is in only 9 days, right? And this is why you're getting a really, really decent return. So, I mean, Heath, I know that when you have a small account, the idea is to explode it, right? I mean, most traders want to grow a $20,000 account to $1 million in a year, and that's simply not realistic. If you can make 60, 70, 80% per year, you're doing way better than most hedge funds. Way better. Okay, again, there are some hedge funds that are the exceptions, but I want to say you're doing better than 90% of the hedge funds. And you're doing better than 90% of other traders, probably better than 95%. So be patient, grow a small account. You can grow a small account. Anyhow, great question. Okay, good. So let's see. Bob asked an excellent question. What is Bob's question? Did I miss it here? Okay. Anyhow, so we will see. This duck says, I think the name is Andy, right? Andy, I remember correctly. Okay. Looked at the LL trade today at a strike for 22, super premium, but confirmed that earnings are coming up on Tuesday. Yeah, and usually we're filtering them out, so I'll look into this, why we didn't filter this out. I mean, 95% of the time. And of course, being live here, I picked the one example where we didn't filter it out. Anyhow. Good. Okay. So, what else do we have here? Okay, Bob, help me out here. Debbie, can you help me? What was Bob's questions? Oh, here, I got it. Bob, I got you. If the ADR changes significantly from the time we enter a position, should we adjust the profit targets and stop loss as a result? No. Once you enter, I'm locking it in. Again, I mean, you might do it differently, but if you're using the PowerX Optimizer and the way how I trade, the ADR might change after I'm entering, but I'm locking it in the moment I enter the trade, because as soon as I'm getting filled, this is when I place my profit target and my stop loss with the broker. And I don't like to babysit trades. I don't like to adjust it every single day. So this is why it's super important for me to not babysit it and watch it every single day. Bob, does this help? I hope that I found your question. Hope that this is the right one. Okay, so Hype is asking, very connected to this, do we set stop losses order every day or do GTC? For my exit orders, I do GTC, which means good till cancel. For my entry orders, I use day orders, which means that they're only good for the day here. Okay. Good. And yeah, Keith says, watch out for day trade rules until your account is appropriate. There's a pattern day trader rule. If you don't know about this and you would like to know more about this, I did a video on this. It's called the pattern day trader rule, and how you can prevent this from triggering, right? Because this means that you need to have $25,000 in your account. So take a look at this. I'll leave a link in the description. It's called pattern day trading rule and what that means. Okay. Good. And yes, this week has been a roller coaster ride. No doubt about this. Oh, and good to see you. You have to run. Okay, good. So as Kelly says, I still have Hal from earlier this month, and so far $1,200 profit. And you see, this is what it's all about. Systematic profits, right? I mean, SRC, systematic, repeatable, and consistent. That's how you grow your account. And the most important thing to making it as a trader is don't lose money. Rule number 2, refer to rule number 1. Watch your risk. Watch your exposure in the market. Once you limit your losses, the winners take care of themselves. Isn't that the truth, right? I mean, think about it. If you had losses that were really taking your account down, are these the small losses or are these big losses? Often it's big losses, right? You gotta limit your risk. And this is where we go back to a trading plan. You need to know when to enter and when to exit with a profit and a loss. And the rule of thumb here is the 2% rule, which means never risk more than 2% of your account. There we go, on any given trade. So this way you stay alive to live another day. Anyhow, has this been helpful at all? If it has, do me a favor and click on like, and also share this video. Share it on Facebook, on Reddit, on Twitter, on, I don't know, share it by email, share it with others who might benefit from this. And I will see you in the next video, next Coffee with Markus, coming up in 2 days from now, 3:30. We are live Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 3:30 Eastern Time, 30 minutes before the market close. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll talk to you very soon.